how's it going, everyone? I am down here in the basement with my treadmill. I just got this. It's New Horizon. In this video, I'm just gonna quick go through the daily, weekly, monthly, and 3-month, probably the most important 3-month maintenance on this machine. So I know a lot of people have been getting them, especially with COVID. It's hard to go to the gym. I realize that. You can definitely tell I got this, and I have not been using it as much as I probably should have. Yes, I know. So, but give me a break. I'll run through this stuff so you guys, if you're contemplating on getting one, you can see what you have to do to maintain it. It's really not that hard. It's pretty easy stuff. But my experience so far, I love it. I know I don't look like it, but I do like going for runs. I do like walking uphill and stuff like that, which this one is super nice for that. I can go over some different brands of the Horizon 2 because I was informed that there's certain ones that you don't want to get because some of them are just pretty much for walking on, and you don't want to buy, spend all this money, buy one, and then you start running on it, and it pretty much breaks right away because it's only really made for running. So I can go over that. But yeah, other than that, here is the treadmill. Pretty sweet setup. I also have a video out there on how to set this thing up too, which it's not too hard either. So you can go ahead and watch that video too. But yeah, we're going to get started with the daily maintenance. Okay, so the daily maintenance is super simple. Pretty much all you're doing is taking a visual of the treadmill, making sure that the belt doesn't have any tears in it. It's looking good. You can kind of roll it a little bit. Oh, my socks are a little dirty. But just checking over that. It's really just a visual maintenance. Honestly, my treadmill is actually probably too close to the couch. I probably should wheel that back a little bit, but not that big of a deal. Another thing you want to look is your power cord. Make sure that that's not damaged in any way, or that it's underneath the treadmill where it's worn, or it's getting worn. You want to make sure that these things are nice and tight down below, so your treadmill is not rocking. Make sure that you don't have any bolts or anything falling out. Everything's nice and secure, which it is. So that was pretty easy. I think the daily maintenance is done. Okay, so along with your daily maintenance that you are doing to this thing, you also once a week need to do this. Whoop! My dog's squeaky toy. Sorry. But yeah, along with the daily maintenance, every once in a while or weekly, you want to come. This is a nice folding treadmill. All you gotta do, fold it up, make sure that it's locked. So when you're down here, it's not gonna fold in on you. You just make sure it's locked, and then make sure that it's nice and clean under here. You don't want a bunch of dust building up. I got some dog hair under here. Generally, I mean, if this is on carpet, you probably want to move it, then vacuum underneath it. Just, clean it up. You want to make sure it's clean under here. And while this is here too, you can inspect the belt again. It's looking good. Make sure there's, I don't know what this is, but make sure that's out from under there. And yeah, that's really it for weekly. Just make sure it's nice and clean under there. Pretty simple. Yeah, all you gotta do to unlock it, push it up a little bit, flip that, let it down, and you just slowly let it down. And then it pretty much catches it right at the end there. But yeah, that's the weekly. Super simple. Okay, so now that you did the daily and weekly maintenance, we want to do the monthly. So this one's pretty important. Not only do you just want to like wipe down your treadmill, make it nice and clean, just so that it stays good for a longer amount of time. You always want to take care of your stuff. But for the monthly one, what you want to do is get down into the engine. I just put this thing together, so I am not going to take it apart right now. But every treadmill is different. For this one, there's some bolts on the side here. I'm going to have to take this thing off to access them. That's why I'm not going to do it. Pretty much you just take this cover off, and then you can see your engine in there. You want to make sure that it's lint free, there's nothing on it, something that could maybe even possibly catch a fire. You want to make sure that it's clean. Pretty much clean that up, clean the belt, just make sure everything's super nice and clean. You don't want anything ruining your nice treadmill. Keep all the dust out. But yeah, that's the monthly maintenance. So now we're gonna go into probably the most important. Not that this stuff isn't important, but we want to lube the belt now. So that's a really important part of the treadmill. So we'll do that next. And then we'll be done with the maintenance, and we can go on a marathon run. Alright, so to start the process of lubing this treadmill, we want to get underneath this belt so we can lube the treadmill deck, and that's underneath this belt. So in order to get there, we need to loosen up this belt so we can lift it up and put the lube underneath. So to loosen it up, all you gotta do is get your Allen wrench. There's a spot right here where you can go, and you'll see a bolt. And it's one on this side, one on this side. All you gotta do is loosen this up, give it a good 10 to 15 turns. So we're gonna count it out, and then that will loosen up this belt for us to get underneath. Alright, now we should be able to easily lift this belt up, which, as you can see, now we can. A little bit of a closer view where that nut is. Just screw it in right there. So next we got to put on our silicone lube. Alright, so now that we got this belt nice and loose, we can put the lube onto it. You use about half the bottle, and then you just kind of spray it underneath in a zigzag pattern. Kind of hard for you guys to see right now, but I think you get the point. So now that we got the lube on, put the belt back on. Now we're going to tighten it back up and then run the treadmill at 3 miles an hour for 3 minutes to get this lube circulated. So lube it all up. Alright. Got the lube on. Tighten this thing back down. Alright, nice and tight. Then we're gonna plug it back in because I had it off because you don't want it to be on when you're doing that, just in case something crazy would happen. So now we want to turn it on, start it, and let it go at 3 miles an hour, and then we're going to do that for 3 minutes. And then that will spread the lube all around. You want it nice and lubed up. So we're going to let that run. Okay, so now that I got this thing running for over 3 minutes, I'm going to jump on it. And hopefully I don't get out of breath, because that'd be kind of embarrassing for this video. But now I'm going to run on it. Not run, walk on it, so I can put some pressure on this thing for another 3 minutes. That'll help spread this lube around a lot more. And that's pretty much all you gotta do. That pretty much concludes the maintenance of a Horizon treadmill. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of really cool things over in my shop. It's just not maintenance videos. Yeah, I make some pretty cool stuff that I try and make it so that anyone can follow along and do it themselves too. And I try and make it light and fun too. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so all those videos come across your news feed. And if you have any more questions, put them in the comments section. So, thank you. See you guys later.